Hey, it's another little Wayne bite, just a little taste of this and that, and this is the farmer's market that's at the Sunnyside Mall, which is literally 3 steps from my house. And this day, we're gonna actually make a full dinner based on what we can find here at the market. So far, last week I came in and I bought some pork chops and pork loins because they sell them frozen, but now we're gonna buy all the rest of the stuff and put together a dinner. So follow along as we figure out what we're gonna get and see what we make. The farmer's market sets up on the Sunnyside Mall here in the Uptown neighborhood of Chicago every Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. I love that they're open late. You can pop in after work and pick up things. And as you can see, they have a broad selection of items from produce to baked goods, nuts, tamales, juices, and more. So we got through with our shopping at the farmer's market. There's all kinds of things there. There's already pre-made things. We got some pasta. There were some cheeses. The cheese guy was great. He sliced up really wonderful things for us. But what we're going to do tonight is we're going to make a pasta with a fresh sauce that has zucchini, tomatoes, some fresh mushrooms, some onions, and we're going to mix that with some fresh Parmesan cheese. And then after that, we're going to cook some, on the grill, we're going to cook some pork chops and pork loin along with some corn on the cob that we got. And before I get through with all of that stuff, before we get started though, we're going to have a margarita, which I made with a simple recipe, which is 3-2-1-1, which means 3 parts tequila, 2 parts Cointreau, 1 part fresh lime juice, and then 1 part of fresh sugar. You shake it up, you put it in a glass that has a little bit of powdered sugar on the rim, you pour it up just like that. And that, my friends, is the beginning of a backyard party based on a farmer's market. I will show you the rest of it as things start going. So I started off with appetizers, cheeses, focaccia, and fresh carrots, all from the market, and I set the backyard up for an evening al fresco. So I got my army working today. What I have today is we've got some fresh sage from my yard, which we chopped up. We got some fresh pastas. We chopped up the mushrooms that we got at the market. We got the onions, got zucchini and squash. We got fresh tomatoes, which are absolutely really good. And we grated some Parmigiano Reggiano as well. So those are the basics for the first part of this recipe. First up, we're gonna do the onions first so they're translucent. We've got, well, about a couple of onions. That's a little high, I think. My thing with onions is you always make sure the heat is low enough so you're not burning the onions. So this is actually really too high for me, honestly. So I'll take it down a little bit. Good deal. And then saute that up. That's going to go probably about 7 minutes until they're nice and tender. Just a little crispy on the edge, but not too much. We have zucchini and squash both. Throw that in there. I'm just going to let that go for a good probably 5 to 10 minutes as well. The whole idea here is it's a wonderful fresh pasta with all these fresh vegetables we just picked up at the garden today, the market. Ooh, perfectly cut. Uniform. My little crew did a great job. I'm so impressed. Daddy's happy with his kids. They did a great job. So we've sauteed the zucchini and the squash for about 5 minutes along with the onions. Now we're going to add in the mushrooms, which have been like quartered. These are baby bellas, so portobellos. Adding those in. And those are going to get about 5 minutes as well to get nice and tender. And then after that, we're going to add in the tomatoes and then probably some fresh sage and then the Parmigiano Reggiano along with the pasta. A little bit more Parmigiano Reggiano on top. So the zucchini now has like really chilled out quite a bit. It's nice and mellow. We're going to add to that some grape tomatoes, which are amazing. These are really, really tasty grape tomatoes. We're going to mix those in. They don't take very long at all. We're going to throw the pasta in because it's fresh pasta. It's only going to take about 5 minutes to cook. So we'll be ready to go very, very quickly. And we got some fresh grated Parmigiano Reggiano to finish the dish. It's going to be amazing. To finish the dish, you have to have 24 leaves of sage. Not 25, not 23, but 24 leaves. If you add too much, you screw up the dish. Too little, you screw up the dish. It's an Italian thing. What can I tell you? 24 leaves. I've tossed the pasta in boiling salted water with a little olive oil. We have about 1 minute left on the pasta to make it al dente. We're done with this. We're going to add some fresh sage in here now. The sage has been nicely trimmed and cut. Add that in here. We're going to throw a little bit, just a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano to this before we serve it up. And then we'll let every one of our guests add a little bit more Parmesan on top. So I'm taking the pasta out right now. I don't really have a strainer here. I'm going to use my little Japanese strainer bucket here. I'm pulling the pasta out. It's been in here for about 7 minutes. It's fresh pasta. It's wonderful. I'm saving some of the pasta water anyway because I'm going to add that if I need to actually give a little bit more liquid to this. But I think we're going to be in good shape, period. So that is everything. All right, so there we go. Perfect. So here's my pasta. I'm going to mix it together, get a close-up of this right here. Gonna add in the pasta. Love it. My Italian chef tells me not to do this, but I do it anyway. I toss a tiny, tiny bit of Parmigiano Reggiano in there as I mix it together. Then I let my guest add a little bit more on top at the end. But I think that melts in and adds a little bit of creaminess to the dish before you actually serve it up, like that. And then we're gonna be ready to go. Add your own salt and pepper, because I don't normally put a lot of salt and pepper in my dishes, but guests do what they like to do. And this is my finished version, everybody. Isn't that wonderful? Love it for sure if you want more. So our farmer's market actually has meats as well. We got pork chops and pork loins, and I simply am going to season these with salt and pepper. They're just going to go on the grill till they're about 150 degrees on the inside, and they're going to be good to go. Also, I've got some corn. The corn is still in the husk, and we've just been soaking it in water for about 15-20 minutes, and that's going to go on here as well. So we got fresh corn, sweet corn from the farmer's market as well. I've been soaking it in water for about 20 minutes, and now I'm just going to put it on the grill. It'll go about 10 minutes per side. It'll be nice and tender on the inside. Very, very simple, very, very basic, really hot coals, and we are good to go. That's a fire. I go cold drink of water, my bronchitis. I just want a cold pop. So the flame's pretty hot on this baby. It's probably hotter than it should be, but this is gonna be a nice, perfectly cooked pork chops and pork loins. I'm gonna cook them to about 150 degrees. They'll be ready to go. The corn's been on here for 20 minutes. I turned it after 10. It'll be ready to go as well. I'm gonna pull that off, let it sit, let the corn sit, let the pork sit. About 10 minutes, and we'll be ready to eat. Woo! Oh, never mind. So this is basically the main entree. We've got some pork chops and pork loins and some corn on the cob that were both on the grill. Really simple stuff, about 20 minutes for both. Nice and tender, and we're gonna enjoy it. For dessert, we just got some brownies, which I'm gonna add a little of my raspberry sauce that I made last week, or blueberry sauce and cherry sauce, and then we're just gonna have some more drink. Anyway, thanks for watching. Join us at Farmer's Market. It's pretty cool here in Uptown. See ya. And this is the aftermath of our brownies and blueberry and cherry sauce. Tasty. Hey, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.